10 most patriotic moments in sports history. Let's react.
Sporting events are always going to be a central part of the American experience.
Yes.
In the fall, Americans tune in to watch their favorite sports, be it the NFL, MLB, NHL, and even the NBA. Every 2 years, we come together as a nation to support Team USA in the Winter or Summer Olympics.
That's
we
true.
even sometimes come together to watch the United States compete in World Cup play. It's happened. From the yellow ribbon tied around the Superdome during Super Bowl 15 to remember hostages taken in Iran, to chants of USA, USA, when a crowd in Philadelphia learned about the death of Osama bin Laden. American sports fans and players wear their American hearts on their sleeves.
It's so embedded into the roots of American culture to gather with the family and watch a football match or watch a sports event together. I was driving a diplomat in my taxi from American embassy to his house here in Riga, and he was telling me about all these gatherings when they come together with family and watch like sports events, and my heart was like saying, this is freaking awesome. I love it. I would love to be part of this also.
So let's check out the top 10 most patriotic moments in sports history.
Let's go.
Number 10, Team USA carries the World Trade Center flag to the Olympics. Rarely does a flag presentation at the Olympic Games happen to a quiet crowd, but as 8 members of Team USA, flanked by members of the New York Police Department and New York Fire Department, marched the flag of the host country into the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, you could hear a pin drop. The flag they carried was found in the rubble of Ground Zero and had flown atop the World Trade Center in New York when the buildings were attacked on September 11, 2001. That flag was under the debris for 3 days before being found and given to the National Guard. It took some time to convince the International Olympic Committee, who is responsible for keeping politics out of the Games, to approve the display of the torn and tattered banner. But on opening night, the World Trade Center's old glory flew proudly once more.
This banner represents the people who were in the Trade Center there. It represents the brave people who were firefighters and the brave people that were saving, evacuating people from the island. It represents all the brave people of America, in my
Number
opinion.
9, Rulon Gardner defeats the undefeated. For a decade, Alexander Carellin was the world's dominant
Alexander
super heavyweight
Carellin.
wrestler. By the time the 2000 Olympics rolled around, Carellin, aka the Russian Bear, aka Alexander the Great, hadn't been defeated in a match since Russia was still called the Soviet Union. And even then, that was his only loss.
For people who don't know, Alexander's Carellin's nickname was the Experiment because his physiques was phenomenal and really not like a human physiques, I would say. Just
Until
take a
he
look at
faced
that.
off with a dairy farmer from Wyoming. In 6 years, Carellin hadn't even given up a single point to an opponent.
This is crazy,
His American
man.
opponent, Rulon Gardner, hadn't placed higher than 5th in the world up until this point, and even lost to Carellin 5-0 before.
Wow.
But Carellin lost his grip and a point to Gardner in the second period.
Listen, it reminds me when Mike Tyson fought against Buster Douglas and Buster got knocked down and he stood up and he knocked out Mike Tyson. That was crazy, man.
Number 8,
Of course, they both were Americans, but still.
Mary Lou Retton wins a gymnastic first. A little girl from West Virginia dealt a stunning blow to the Eastern Bloc during the Cold War when Mary Lou Retton brought home Olympic gold in 1984. Before Retton, Team USA was never able to wrest Olympic gold from the Eastern Europe in the individual all-around gymnastics event. She came into the event trailing Romania's Ekaterina Szabo, and she
Wow.
even had undergone a knee operation just 5 weeks before competing.
This is
In
crazy.
Retton's own words, she believes her performance showed that American-born and trained athletes can do anything, no matter what the odds are. 1999 Women's World Cup Final. The 1999 Women's World Cup came down to a shootout tiebreaker
Wow.
against the
What
Chinese.
a save.
With the score tied 0-0 in extra time, with 90,000 spectators.
You
It was
kidding
the
me?
largest turnout for a women's sporting event ever.
I have never seen so much people watching women's football. Man, I would never guess that it's so popular in USA. I think it's more that the USA people from USA gathered to support their team. This is more about that than women's football, I guess.
The lasting image of the U.S. win would be Brandi Chastain's post-penalty kick celebration of the victory,
Goddamn,
where she
yeah.
fell to her knees
Let's
and took
go.
off her jersey, revealing the sports bra seen around the world. That image became one of Sports Illustrated's most
looks
iconic
nice.
covers ever. Number 6. Joe Louis knocks out a Nazi. In 1938, Hitler was still touting the Germans as a master race, while German athletes competed the world over for top honors. On June 22nd, Max Schmeling met American champion, the Brown Bomber Joe Louis. The first time the two met in 1936, Schmeling took advantage of a moment when Louis dropped his left hand after a jab, allowing Schmeling to give Louis his first loss in the 12th round of that fight. That would not happen again. With the world listening via radio and more than 70,000 watching in Yankee Stadium, Louis unloaded on Schmeling, knocking him down 3 times in just 2 minutes. Schmeling was only able to throw 2 punches in the whole 1-round match.
Hey, what about the Afro-American runner that during the Olympics that were held in Nazi Germany won the sprint and won the gold medal, if I'm not wrong? What about this dude?
Number
He was
5,
good also.
the champ lights the Olympic torch.
Let's go!
Lighting
Muhammad
the Olympic
Ali,
flame
man.
at the end of the torch relay is an honor reserved for a legendary Olympic athlete from the host country. Does it get more legendary than the greatest Muhammad Ali? Except in 1996,
The legend, man.
the identity of the one who would light the flame was a close-kept secret. Even swimmer Janet Evans, who was handing the torch off, didn't know to whom she was handing it. Ali was stricken with Parkinson's disease and had long since retired by this point. When Ali emerged to take the Olympic torch and light the flame, the sound in Atlanta was less a roar of applause and more of the collective gasp of elated surprise as the once great boxer, shaking, lit the torch.
Man, it's so hard to watch when a strong man is shaking like that, you know? He was so strong, he was so influential for his time, and seeing him weak, you know, and seeing him like that, it's heartbreaking, literally heartbreaking.
Number 4, Rick Monday saves the flag. Remember the MLB outfielder Rick Monday? He might be before most of our audience's time, but Monday was with the Los Angeles Dodgers' 1981 World Series winning team. Before that, he was the top prospect in the 1965 Major League Baseball draft. Somewhere in between, he saved Old Glory from public degradation. In 1976, Monday was with the Chicago Cubs, visiting the Dodgers. With Monday in center field during the 4th inning, 2 protesters jumped the outfield fence and tried to burn a flag on live television.
Wow.
Monday, seeing what was about to transpire, ran over
Let's
and
go.
snatched the lighter fluid-soaked flag. The protesters were arrested, and Monday was able to keep the flag. Ever since that
Man,
day,
let's go.
Monday used the actual flag to raise money for military families. Number 3, the president's post-9/11 opening pitch. It might be hard to imagine the leader of the free world facing a new global war on terrorism, being psyched out by throwing the first pitch in Yankee Stadium. But in his own words, he absolutely was. Thousands of New Yorkers came to the stadium to watch President George W. Bush throw the pitch to open Game 3 of the 2001 World Series. It was also just weeks after 9/11. He didn't want Americans to think the president was incapable of finding the plate. But as he practiced, Yankee Derek Jeter told him that he needed to both throw from the mound and not in front as originally planned, and not bounce it. They'll boo you, he told the president. Bush, shaken but loose, walked onto the field and threw a strike to an eruption of applause.
Listen, I from my friend, I heard that after 9/11, the patriotic spirit of United States citizens went up, and flags were everywhere, and people gathered. You know, it's so nice when it's like when shit goes down, people gather and they support each other. Man, that's heartwarming, I would say. This is what we Latvians need more, because we are so like negative, we are so fighting each other, you know. That's very sad.
Number 2, the Buckeye bullet burns Hitler.
I mean we need to gather and like start working together. That's what I mean.
Before he ever arrived in Berlin for the
Yeah.
1936 Olympic Games, Jesse Owens had already set 3 world records and tied another.
I was
At
talking
Ohio
about him.
State, he won 8 individual NCAA championships, which was a record in its own right. When he arrived in Berlin, he knew Nazi Germany was using the games as a showcase for its racial policies, but he was determined to compete anyway. Owens went on to win 4 gold medals in 1936, an unrivaled achievement until some 50 years later when Carl Lewis did the same in 1984. When Owens won gold in the long jump, the Olympic Committee told Hitler he had to greet all the winners or none at all.
Yes,
Hitler
yes.
opted for none. As Owens won other
Man.
events,
They wanted to make a photo with Owens and Hitler.
Hitler would leave early. Nazi minister Albert Speer would later write that Hitler was, quote, highly annoyed by the series of triumphs by the marvelous colored American runner, Jesse Owens, end quote. Number 1, the miracle on ice. Would you bet money on a bunch of college amateurs taking on the world's greatest hockey team in a competition for Olympic gold? Not many.
Not only the let's say it like that. This is not the best hockey team in the world. This is the Red Machine. They are the destroyers on ice, the most scariest team ever. They literally teared everything apart. And this match was crazy. How Americans were able to win, I don't know how it happens, you know.
Would, and not many did, as it turns out. That was the situation Team USA faced in the 1980 Winter Olympics. It was a tough time for the United States. With hostages in Iran, an energy crisis, and runaway inflation, it looked like the American dream was coming to an end. But no words echoed through the ages like Al Michaels' "Do you believe in miracles?" as Team USA topped the Soviet Union 4-3 in one of the biggest upsets in sports history. That's our list. We hope it made you as proud as it made us. Leave us a comment and tell us your
Before this video, I knew that USA citizens are patriotic, but now I know that they are even more patriotic than I thought. And that's awesome that you guys, first of all, there's a lot of you, and each of you feel that your nation is making the changes in the world. They can make a change in the world, you know. You're proud of your nation, and that's awesome. I love it, because there are people like me from small countries that will probably never feel this feeling of being proud of your nation, unfortunately. So enjoy. And also check out my other reactions. They are great. Yeah, over here, over there. Everything you want is on this channel. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. See you in next reaction videos. Bye.